And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Dakota Ditcheva.
Undefeated as an amateur in mixed martial arts, undefeated as a pro at 5-0. 4 of her 5 pro wins have come by knockouts. You saw the piece, her mother, Lisa Howarth, was a kickboxing world champion. A huge prospect at 125 pounds. And ahead of this fight, Ditcheva explained the dichotomy between her personalities inside the cage and the one outside.
I'm just the opposite to what I am in the cage. I think that's what people need to understand. As soon as I step foot in the cage, I'm like a different person. I'm obviously quite aggressive and a bit crazy in the cage, but when I come out, I'm quite a soft person, quite emotional, and I'm very girly, I would say, as well.
All right, let's check out the keys to victory here for this fight. For Dakota, she needs to keep jabber on the outside, also needs to mix up her striking combinations. And for Hassna, she needs to get off to a fast start and utilize that clinch fight.
Here's our tale of the tape, brought to you by Bud Light. Hassna is 12 years older than Dakota Ditcheva. Ditcheva is 3 inches taller, has an 11-inch reach on the arms, but only a 1-inch reach advantage on the legs. Andy Shepherd, take it away.
The following is a 2023 PFL Europe qualifying contest in the women's flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. She is a kickboxing specialist, standing 5 feet 5 inches tall. She went in officially at 125 pounds and holds a professional record of 4 wins and a single defeat. Fighting out of Rabat, Morocco, this 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗘'𝗦. And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. She's a Muay Thai specialist and stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 126 pounds and holds a professional record of 5 victories and no defeats. Fighting out of Manchester, England, Dakota Ditcheva.
That's where Dakota Ditcheva's world championship pedigree comes from. Her mother, the former world champion kickboxer.
Your referee in charge, Rich Mitchell.
Stay back. Rich Mitchell to oversee the action for this PFL Europe qualifier. Dakota Ditcheva.
Ready.
In the maroon.
Ready. Let's go.
Hassna in the gray. No touch of the gloves. We are underway at 125 pounds. Ditcheva switching stances. Slips outside of the range of 𝗟𝗪𝗥𝗢𝗘'𝗦 and slaps her with a jab.
Hassna throwing some serious bombs, overhand shots. Ditcheva utilizing that long range with her kicks, keeping her on the outside.
Nice slip and rip there from Dakota. Push kick drops 𝗟𝗪𝗥𝗢𝗍𝗏 and then the right hand after it.
Nice job by Dakota keeping that underhook shallow, using that elbow to frame her out and keep distance where she can create some space and let her hands go in this clinch range.
Yeah, they're looking out of her element here. She's hurt to the body. That's it.
The end of the fight. Rich Mitchell waves it off the knee.
Yeah, there were some brutal knees that she took early.
Women's flyweight European qualifier fight is finished. Andy Shepherd has the official call.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Rich Mitchell has called a stop to the action at 58 seconds of round number 1. Declaring your winner via submission due to strikes, Dakota Ditcheva.
Dakota stayed calm. Hassna really was looking for some big shots. Dakota kept the proper range. Had some great kicks. There's one going upstairs, landed right on the neck, Muay Thai style. Here she is using that teep to the body. That knocked Hassna down. Followed up with a little blitz there. Hassna did her best to try to get to a clinch position. But it was these knees. There's the kick again. Gets her off base. Beautifully timed shot there. And here are the knees. You go for the underhooks, you open the body. Just well placed. Right to the gut. You see Hassna feel that. She's looking at the ref. She says she wants out. She's like, I'm good. Yeah, no more of those. Just precision. It doesn't need to be a big shot. It just needs to be an accurate shot right to the body. Those are the shots that will fold anybody. Beautiful signature Muay Thai strikes from that clinch. Excellent head position. And there's Conan, one of the head coaches over at American Top Team. He is a happy coach. And Caroline Pierce is with Dakota's mom, Caroline.
I am indeed. Lisa, I know you have every confidence in your daughter, but did you expect the finish to be as fast as that?
No, I mean, I can't say I did. At this level, I hoped, and I expected it to have gone a bit further. It's a lot of training that she's put in, a lot of commitment, and a long time, and I know, although she, you know, it's great to have a fast finish, I know she would have wanted it to go that little bit further.
And in terms of the finish, talk about the knees. I'm sure that's something you've drilled and she's practiced many times in training. Talk us through the finish. I know you're watching the replay as well.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see it actually from where I was sitting, but watching it back on the replay, you know, I've been at the end of those knees wearing, you know, a thick body pad, and I know her training colleagues will say the same thing, those knees hurt. I think it's deceiving because she's such a slight build, but she is so powerful, and I know in the gym when she uses those knees, it's difficult to deal with.
Outstanding performance. I'm sure you're a very proud mum. Back to you, Sean.
All right, Caroline, I am here with our winner, Dakota Ditcheva, victorious, still undefeated in your mixed martial arts career. So the finish, a little confusing, right? The knee lands and she waves it off. I didn't see it. You didn't know what was going on. When did it sink in that, oh, I just won this fight?
When he jumped in and stopped it, I was a little bit like, well, what's going on, to be honest, because I knew the knee hit the stomach and not the private, so I didn't know what the stoppage was, to be honest. But
immediately after, you were pretty emotional. You've dried the tears right now. Explain for me those feelings.
It's just been a long time coming. Like this, obviously PFL have just given me like my dream. This is kind of everything I've worked for. So to finally be able to come and perform on a stage like this is just what I've been working towards my whole life. So it's a big moment for me. Obviously, my first fight out of ATT as well in America. So I wanted to do them proud and put on a performance for Conan and show him like the start of the journey that we're on now.
Well, the journey will continue because you just qualified for the 2023 PFL Europe season. Still undefeated, Dakota Ditcheva.
And introducing her opponent, dangerous Dakota.
Being in the States, making my debut, obviously somewhere my mum's fought before, so I always carry things like that with me. You know, it's a point now where I need to like just soak everything up. I've had a really good camp. You know, it's not often you get given experiences like this, and I'm obviously really grateful to be here with PFL. So I'm just trying to soak everything up really and just enjoy every moment of it.
All right, let's go to the keys to victory here for Dakota. She loves to use that front kick. Watch out for that, and body shot. That left hook and the knee to the body. Watch out for that as well. And she is devastating in the clinch. For Corogenes, she needs to have a better defensive posture here against Dakota, and watch out for her takedowns. And if she's able to get top position against Dakota, that's where she can win this fight.
Our Tale to Take is brought to you by Geico. Katherine Corogenes is 33 years of age. Dakota Ditcheva still only 24. Ditcheva, the taller fighter, has a significant reach advantage of 6 inches on the arm, only 1 inch on the leg. Miguel Flores gets the ladies started.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue the action in the PFL Smart Cage for a women's flyweight showcase bout. Introducing first in the blue corner, she is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialist, standing at 5 feet 7 inches tall. She weighed in at 124 1/4 pounds. She stands undefeated with 3 victories, coming by way of stoppage. Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, here is Katherine, the Animal Corogenes. And now introducing her opponent in the red corner, she is a Muay Thai specialist, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in at 125 1/2 pounds. Her record also undefeated at 6 victories, including 5 wins by knockout. Fighting out of Manchester, England, here is dangerous Dakota Ditcheva. Your referee in charge, 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘𝗦.
Corogenes in the gray, Ditcheva in the red, 125-pound showcase bout. Right, overseen by 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗘𝗦.
You ready? Let's go, fight.
No touch of the gloves, and we are underway. Ditcheva switches stances after that kick attempt. Back to the southpaw. Now Orthodox will see her switch back and forth throughout this fight. Jena steps in behind the right hand there, not able to catch hold of Dakota Ditcheva.
Corogenes just needs to be careful getting that chin way too high up in the air. She needs to be able to tuck that chin. Dakota will definitely find it.
Front kicks again from Dakota Ditcheva.
Very relaxed, very relaxed.
Her PFL debut featured a lot of clinch work so far all from distance. Oh, right hand. And there's the clinch.
And it's going to be a battle of 2 types of clinches. Corogenes, of course, looking for the takedown. Ditcheva will look to stay in this clinch and try to set up knees to the body and shots upstairs with her punches.
Pull that out. Fingers out of the cage. Very good. Move away.
Ditcheva has relocated her camp to Coconut Creek, American top team. Opponent Silvera is in her corner, as is her brother, an accomplished kickboxer himself, Cody Ditcheva.
My breathing together. She's the one to get it. She wants to get it.
This is where Corogenes wants this fight, man. Pressed up against the cage, her kind of initiating these clinches.
Absolutely, and I'm not surprised to see her try to get to this position, especially after all the front kicks she took so far in this round. See if she can try and find a way to get this fight to the ground. Ditcheva doing a good job staying inside, repummeling, staying on that body, which is exactly where she wants to be in that Muay Thai clinch.
Yeah, Ditcheva doing a great job of getting those underhooks as well. Now trying to push the arm, and she will land knees with the quickness. Saw in her last fight dropping her opponent with a knee to the body, finishing the fight. Here she is on top.
Work the combination. Don't get stressed on that position.
Decided Ditcheva started that takedown and put this fight in the ground.
Hammer fist here in front of our broadcast position, coming from the left hand of Dakota Ditcheva. Now Corogenes is able to recover a guard.
Yeah, and Dakota feels that her ground game is vastly underrated. She's been working very hard on that.
Yes, very good. Watch the arm, very good.
Sweep attempt there from Corogenes.
Yeah, it looked like she was either trying to go for a sweep or an arm lock attempt, and Dakota did a good job of getting that shin pin there.
More hammer fist from the top. Ditcheva steps out.
Very good.
Goes to work on the legs of Katherine Corogenes.
Nice long leverage on Ditcheva. She uses them great. That teep is awesome. His teep like a jab. And even on the ground, she stays postured and uses those long arms and long legs to her advantage.
Stands Katherine Corogenes up. Back to the center of the smart kick.
Yeah, 100%, Randy. And not only do those front kicks to the body hurt and take the energy out of you, but it also sets up shots upstairs with roundhouse kicks.
Take a look inside the red corner, Dakota Ditcheva.
Very good, Chris. In and out, in and out. Who's the cage? Who's the cage? Who's the cage? Very good. Move away.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice work by Katherine Corogenes to catch one of those front kicks from Dakota Ditcheva. But then excellent counter wrestling from Ditcheva to pummel in.
Yeah, great job with the balance, keeping this on the feet, and doing a great job of pummeling in and getting chest to chest. Look for her to circle towards that underhook and find a way to trade places. Corogenes now. Corogenes doing a great job of staying, keeping her back against the fence.
Right hand. Another knockout for Dakota Ditcheva. Randy.
Here's the clinch work. Nice plumb, landing knees to the body. As soon as the distance comes, here comes that right hand. Boom, right on the button. Follows it with a beautiful hammer fist, and that is all she wrote. Referee seen enough.
Now, it looked to me like she actually stunned her with that knee that set up that right hand, and Corogenes just could not recover. I believe that knee landed from that tie clinch. Just devastating stuff. Here's the knee.
Plum. Beautiful job with the plum. Digging there it is. There's that right hand. Boom, on the button.
Randy, are we watching a rerun here? Because
right.
If you remember her fight in London, tie clinch,
yep.
Knee to the body, beginning of the end.
She knows exactly where she wants to be.
Welcome back to the richest night in mixed martial arts, PFL Championship night in 2022. Dakota Ditcheva victorious, and there's your 𝗟𝗘𝗦𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 stats bundle presented by Geico. She landed 37 of 52 strikes, including a precision right hand and a follow-up hammer fist to dispatch Katherine Corogenes in the first round. Our fighter performance rating. You get grades every round, not just on what happens in the round, but the effect your techniques have on your opponent. And Kenny Florian, the only way to score a perfect 100 in FPR is to get a finish inside of that round. That is why Dakota Ditcheva has a perfect score of 100.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 4 minutes and 20 seconds of round number 1. For your winner by knockout, dangerous, Dakota Ditcheva.
All right, I'm here with our winner, Dakota Ditcheva, a first round knockout victory. Kind of a repeat performance what we saw from you in London. You grab the tie clinch, you land the knee, the right hand ends up putting her away. How did it feel in there tonight?
Oh, that feels good. You know what? I woke up this morning and the first thing I saw on my phone was an interview she did about crushing my dreams. Let me tell you one thing. This hype train stops for nobody. I don't care who you are. This hype train will keep rolling. Just keep bringing them to me one by one. And like Brendan said, I woke up this morning and I'll choose violence every single day.
Well, let's talk about that hype train because it's rolling now into 2023. You're expected, obviously, to be part of the Professional Fighters League plans, big plans for you in 2023. This win and the opportunity coming for you next year, what does it mean?
This is massive. I just want to say a massive thank you to PFL because I honestly feel like I'm in a movie sometimes, like being in New York this week and being able to come back and compete and make my US debut and go out with a win like that. Just thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and I can't wait to kickstart PFL Europe next year because you guys are doing amazing things for us fighters, so thank you so much.
But we'll take a look at the replay here. I want you to walk me through this sequence as you do your handiwork.
I don't actually remember it. Drop the knee, yeah. I knew she felt that knee straight away, and then the boxing I do with Gabriel at ATT, that right hand straight away. He tells me how much power's in that right hand every session, and I'm starting to believe it myself now. My first knockout as well, so woo!
You put her all the way out. Now, still to come tonight, your fellow countryman, you referenced Brendan Loughnane. He's fighting for a 145-pound world championship and $1 million. Can you give me a prediction on our co-main event?
Brendan is bringing it home! Woo! Come on, Brendan!
Dakota Ditcheva, 2-0 now inside the PFL Smart Cage.
Take a look at our tail of tape for this penultimate fight of the evening. Dakota Ditcheva, as I mentioned earlier, 24 years of age. Hermansson is 33. Ditcheva, the taller fighter, at 5'8" to 5'5" for the Swede. Both women weighed in under the flyweight limit. Reach advantage on arms and legs favoring Ditcheva. Andy Shepard, if you will.
The following is a PFL Europe regular season contest in the women's flyweight division and is our co-main event. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. She is a striking specialist and stands 5 feet 5 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 125.6 pounds and in 9 professional bouts has earned a record of 5 wins and 4 losses. Fighting out of Örebro, Sweden, Malin Hermansson. And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. She is a Muay Thai specialist and stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 125.5 pounds and holds a perfect professional record of 7 victories and no defeats. Fighting out of Manchester, England, dangerous Dakota Ditcheva. Your referee in charge, Rich Mitchell.
Rich Mitchell is equipped with the ref cam. Ditcheva in the red, Hermansson in the gray. No touch of the gloves, and we are underway in the co-main event here in Newcastle, England.
Movement and footwork early from Hermansson. She doesn't want her legs being chopped into by Dakota too early. She has got good head movement, but that can only solve problems with boxing. There's one of those leg kicks early.
It's a good way to deal with the leg kicks, making her miss. It's going to take a lot of energy to keep this up, though.
Hard inside low kick there from Dakota. Hermansson yet to open up.
Ditcheva very willing to switch stances, as we've seen a couple times already. Here's a clinch now. We've seen this big dividends for Dakota Ditcheva in the past. Pressing Hermansson against the cage.
Do we have Dakota trying to work for a takedown here, or is she just trying to work for frames so she can knee? She's using good head position at the moment.
Beautiful knee.
Brought that knee all the way up over the shoulder. Another nasty knee to the body. You heard the crowd.
This is where you don't want to be against Ditcheva. Her knees are very nasty.
Those knees to the head come from nowhere.
We saw her finish in this exact position.
Beautiful knee to the body in that finish.
The timing on her knees is different. She creates just a little bit of space. And not ready at that point. Beautiful takedown.
Excellent work. Ditcheva just put her right leg behind the hips of Malin Hermansson, pulled her right back and into side control.
Some good top control here from Dakota. Might be a shock to the system for Hermansson. May not have been expecting this kind of fight. The strong side control position for Dakota, trying to pacify her opponent here, who's still trying to escape.
Trying to move into full mount. Good defense so far from Hermansson.
Using that head position well. Good pressure, staying around the knees. Hermansson looking to invert here, trying to get herself back into an attacking position. Great movement by Dakota. Footwork on the feet.
I like seeing this from Ditcheva. I like seeing the growth in her game. We all know she can strike, but seeing more grappling for her is promising for the future.
And it would be a real statement if she's the only flyweight that gets the finish on the night.
You know, we had two split decisions earlier in the night in the flyweight division.
She's looking for a crucifix, it seems like.
She's also got the option to attack that arm around the back of her head. She's got Americana threats there. Oh yeah, there we go. She's trying to slide over that near side bicep, but Hermansson's got a wrap around her head right now. She's not going to do much with it, but she might be able to bridge and roll her over. If Dakota gets her hips too high here, she could be susceptible to being rolled. You can see the redness from that inside low kick already.
Okay, you've got to get busy here. You've got to show me something.
Oh, there we go. The arm's pinned.
Good job from Hermansson rolling into her.
Hermansson looking to scramble.
She's got it. There's the arms under the chin.
Beautiful.
A really good shot.
Victory from Dakota Ditcheva.
What a statement.
A really good choke from the Thai boxer. So impressive. There it is, great movement, great position of her legs as well to make sure she's not getting tangled up. She sinks it in with no hooks, just drives the hips in and then the hook goes in the top hook. Beautiful finish, and now we can see the emotion coming out of Dakota, the pressure that she was carrying into the cage tonight.
Look at the way Hermansson's arm is trapped behind her back, no chance.
I was just going to say that she beautifully isolated the arm from Hermansson, so she could only fight back with one arm, and fighting a rear naked choke with only one arm, it's a very tough task, but scary thought for every single flyweight on the planet that a striker like her is showing so much development in her ground game. What a finish.
She's got surprises to her game now. The rest of the flyweights are going to have to really do their research. What do they prepare for now? She's a grappler as well.
And there's Bob, the former world champion. Like mother, like daughter, undefeated so far. 8-0 now in a professional mixed martial arts career. We send it into Andy Shepard to make it official.
Referee Rich Mitchell has called a halt to the contest at 3 minutes and 52 seconds of round number 1. Declaring your winner due to submission via a rear naked choke. Dangerous Dakota Ditcheva!
All right, Dakota Ditcheva, submission victory from the striker, the kickboxer. Well, I'm not going to interrupt while you celebrate with Mom. I mean, come on. All right, still undefeated, but let's talk about the way that you got this one done. Nasty work in the clinch, and then you pull her back over your leg for the trip and the takedown landing right inside control. From the very beginning of this fight, did you want to showcase your ground skills?
Yeah, I really did, and I came out and I did it tonight, and I'm very proud of myself for that.
You should be proud. Incredible high-level finish. She scrambles to try and get out, and you pin the arm behind her back. She can't defend the rear naked choke. You cinch it in. Incredible work. Tell me how you're feeling right now.
I'm happy, you know. This week's been a lot. This is the first time that I've felt like, well, it's the first time I've carried a show like this, co-main event. I am only 24, not been in the MMA game too long. It was a lot of pressure this week, a lot of new emotions, but I've enjoyed every second, and to come out and get the win again and show that I'm not just a striker in these flyweights. You need to be careful.
All right, well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about this flyweight division, because we saw two great fights earlier in your division, split decision victories. I know you're sitting back there assessing the competition. How do you feel like it stacks up to this point?
I mean, fair play, the girls are coming and giving it their all, but you get split decision wins. Like, you need to bring a bit more than that if you want to try and knock me out of this competition, because that's not going to work.
How does Paris in September sound?
I'm excited, but I feel a little bit sorry for the one that's going to face me next.
Dakota Ditcheva, ladies and gentlemen, still undefeated.
The following fight is a women's flyweight semi-final contest. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. She is a wrestling specialist and stands 5 feet 5 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 125.6 pounds and holds a record of 6 wins and 5 losses. Fighting out of Gothenburg, Sweden, Connie Future, Cornelia Holm. And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. She is a Muay Thai specialist and stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 124.7 pounds and holds a perfect professional record of 8 victories and no defeats. Fighting out of Manchester, England, dangerous Dakota Ditcheva. Your referee in charge, 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑𝗏.
Dakota Ditcheva in the red, Cornelia Holm in the gray. 3 5-minute rounds, playoff semifinal. Winner advances to face Valentina Scatizzi in Dublin for a $100,000 PFL Europe Championship.
Look at the change in the look in the eyes of Dakota Ditcheva right when the fight started. From smiling when she walked in to hunting her prey right now.
Already switching stances, opened with an inside leg kick out of the southpaw stance. There she goes to it again.
Such long limbs for this weight class as well, and she utilized them so well with that jab, but this is a good takedown for Holm.
Beautiful work. Nice scramble though from Ditcheva.
Cornelia Holm, strong work to get Dakota down. Dakota not conceding anything, right back to the feet, making Holm work for this one. There's that ATT room paying its dividends early for Dakota Ditcheva. Back to her feet, but Cornelia Holm pressing.
Looks like she's got 2 hands on 1 wrist here. She's trying to break this grip of Cornelia Holm, which is going to be difficult to do given how strong Holm is.
Nice job here from Ditcheva.
Keeping her legs wide, so Holm won't drop to a double or a single.
Holm now all the way around the back if she wants to be.
Good knees to the thighs here.
I think this situation will give confidence to both women, though. Holm with the takedown and Ditcheva with the get-up.
Well, this is the adversity, Sean, that you were talking about. This healthy to feel this pressure sometimes, because if it gets too easy, you stop evolving. You stay the version that you are that's successful, right? If it's not broke, don't fix it. But if you can start finding some holes, some gaps in your game that can be improved, you're always going to continue evolving. And Holm is the kind of person that will find those gaps in your game.
She's doing a really good job so far, keeping Ditcheva up against the fence, wearing on her, making her work. Ditcheva's got a wizard here.
And I make the point all the time that this is not the most fan-friendly style of mixed martial arts, but it is as taxing and difficult as any other kind of fighting that you can experience inside of our smart cage or anywhere else. Both fighters here constantly flexing, pressing, the little micro muscles and the major muscle groups all having to work, sapping the gas tank. It's a brilliant strategy by Cornelia Holm to try and take the explosiveness and bounce off of Dakota Ditcheva, because if she can find space again, that's where she's really, truly dangerous.
No, and that's a great point, Sean, because like it's not only the muscle fatigue, but it's also the head pressure, the pressure into the body. Like she's driving her head into the face of Ditcheva right now. She's making it very uncomfortable. You can see this hook on the far side, keeping her trapped against the fence, but always driving her head in, forcing Dakota to deal with this pressure. Beautiful work by Cornelia Holm, and it's going to be exhausting for her because it's hard to know when to relax in these moments, right? This is where really good wrestlers like the Lazy King can be efficient. As a striker, it's very difficult to relax in these moments. It's unfamiliar to us.
She dropped down for a single, trying to go for a double again, but Ditcheva recognizes it. Back to the single. She may use it to go to the back of Ditcheva again.
And look, Dakota Ditcheva has been confident for good reason, because she puts in work with really high-level wrestlers, both male and female, people who can really push her. And now
there's the knees.
The knees coming up the center, right back on the attack. Holm trying to drive through this takedown attempt, and Ditcheva, excellent balance, does not concede. Now going to work right hand to the body of Cornelia Holm, who is dogged in the pursuit of a true takedown here.
That was perfect timing when Ditcheva was throwing those knees, because if you time that on the wrong moment,
you're going to eat one.
You're going to eat one and it's over.
And she's so close here to getting her hands together, either around a leg or a hip. Great wrist control by Dakota, keeping these hands apart, but now her hands are together on a single leg. Can she get her hips into the fence and start to elevate? Great base from Ditcheva.
She's not giving Ditcheva any space to move away. Trying to close her hands, but Ditcheva is doing a really good job keeping her legs wide like this. So it's not possible for Holm to close her hands and lift her up.
Hard to see from this angle on the camera, but they are right in front of our broadcast position. Really nice cross-face that whole time from Dakota Ditcheva, who now goes back to work with some knees. Holm offers a few as well. A whole round of that cage wrestling pressure from Cornelia Holm.
I'm taking the telestrator with me, though.
Ditcheva in the red, Cornelia Holm in the gray. Dakota.
Pressure on the feet now from Ditcheva.
Now, how does this change Ditcheva's striking game, knowing that Holm is going to be grabbing a hold of her at the first opportunity? She's got to try and fill that center channel with knees. Try and catch her on the way in, or potentially focus on takedown defense.
Oh, right hand.
What a right hand that was.
It's a laser. She always hits her target with that right hand.
Gets a hold of the leg, though.
Cornelia Holm.
Good job by Ditcheva.
Grabbed a hold of that leg. Gonna have to adjust a little bit here.
Solid teep to the midsection as well. You can just tell the conditioning of Ditcheva. I mean, you can see the physicality on her, but, you know, in order for her to be so long and rangy at the weight class, she has to stay on point with her conditioning. Oh, she caught the leg. Could she get a takedown here?
Good balance from Ditcheva there, but Holm is back where she wants to be.
You've got to think the hours that Ditcheva spent doing this American top team. Every coach in that building knows that people are going to try and do this to her. When she starts landing that crisp right hand or those knees to the chin, she's going to get closed down.
I mean, this is really what Cornelia Holm has to do. She ate that right hand, and then a high kick landed. Nasty leg kick as well from Ditcheva.
It looks like Holm's got her hands locked. Drops for a single.
Referee's not going to allow this to be a stalemate on the cage for an entire round like he was in round number 1. Wants to see more action here. Mentioned that during the break to both corners. And there is the stand-up. Cornelia Holm tries to go right back. Good sprawl, and then immediately back on the attack with that left high kick.
Beautiful left hand there by Ditcheva.
Oh, solid knee.
We saw her finish a fight in the PFL, I believe her PFL debut, with a similar knee. Here comes the right hand from Dakota.
Switching stances as well. Straight left, straight right, sets up both of her kicks, both power sides as well. Beautiful fluidity in the movement. You can see Cornelia Holm now starting to really feel the pressure. Desperate to get this fight to the floor. Beautiful, very nice. Now we're going to see Holm deal with the grappling skills of Ditcheva.
She's got a hold of the wrist. She's going to try and take it back. Got one hook in. There's the second. Can she stretch her out?
2 hooks in.
Goes to work with the right hands.
Arm triangle possibly.
Heavy hips.
Something tells me Ditcheva's not going to try for a submission after that first round.
Trying to move back into mount.
And I needed to reach together with that.
Ground and pound here from Ditcheva. Holm continuing to move. Make Ditcheva address the position first. Holm's going to need that underhook if she wants to get up from here.
Ditcheva is trying to get her forearm on the face of Holm to create space. And then those strikes again.
Nice short shots while at the same time maintaining that head position.
Good work by Holm to get her legs back in the fight.
No surprise there.
I mean, it's a small victory, but then this is your reward. Back on the feet with Dakota Ditcheva. Good level change here from Holm.
She goes again, pushes her back, but great balance by Ditcheva.
Guillotine. She's got a guillotine here. That looks tight.
It's very tight. Can she get the grip and elevate her right elbow? Get the angle on that forearm across Cornelia Holm.
Good job by Holm pushing her head up.
If Holm gets this takedown, she's got to land outside of the guard, otherwise she's going to get trapped here.
Trying to hook the leg.
That is a tight squeeze. But the hands are locked for Cornelia Holm. Ditcheva has lost the grip on the choke.
It wasn't deep enough. Now she needs to let go because it'll be easier for Holm to lift her when she keeps a hold of that guillotine.
Really great takedown defense here, and all of this takedown defense from Ditcheva is exhausting for Holm as well, whose posture's broken, head's down. Look at this. Now you can see the difference. Look at the bend in her spine now. Before we had that head pressure. Now we don't have it anymore. Now the from it, right?
Round 3, Dakota Ditcheva in the red, Cornelia Holm in the gray. Sean O'Connell, Dan Hardy, Stefan Struve, cage side. Winner of this fight advances to the PFL Europe Women's Flyweight Championship in Dublin on December 8th. $100,000 and a nice shiny gold belt on the line there.
I think we're going to start seeing Dakota start throwing head kicks soon, setting up by her hands, because Holm's staying outside of her kicking range here. Dakota's going to have to step into range with a couple of punches and try and set the kicks up.
Holm's waiting for that for the level change. Dakota lands a right hand and then a right leg kick. Trying to line Holm up to land a big shot, but the speed in the takedowns and the level change from Holm in those first 2 rounds surprised a lot of people, I think.
And we've got to remember what Dakota mentioned to Olivia earlier as well. She wants cage time. She wants time in there, experience. She doesn't want to get to 10-0, 12-0, 15-0, and have not had the time in there to understand the game fully. This is why her conditioning is so important. You've got to see this from Cornelia Holm's perspective as well. Ditcheva's moving constantly, switching her stance. So anytime you start to set something up, you've got to recalibrate when she switches her stance.
Check right hand landed. A good leg kick from Ditcheva, but as you said, Sean, good right hand from Holm.
Then that stabbing front kick and another leg kick from Ditcheva. Both of these women showing a little fatigue. Oh, there's a head kick. Good bounce still in the steps after some deep breaths.
Smart 3rd round for Dakota, keeping that kicking range with those long legs. Every single time she has come too close, it was Holm who made the level change and went for her legs. Full leg kick.
Ditcheva might just be content to kick that front leg out from under Cornelia Holm for these final 3 minutes. We've seen kicks to the legs stop fights in the past. Nice right hand. Landed behind the ear.
Ditcheva's doing a really good job of feinting with her hip as well. Now she knows that the low kick is really hurting her opponent. Once you start feinting, twitching that hip, there she goes again.
Beautiful jab. And another. And finishing a combination with the attack to that lead leg. Cornelia Holm, toughness on display yet again. We saw it last time out. Won a split decision over 𝗟𝗚𝗏𝗡𝗏. After being dropped, good jab again from Dakota Ditcheva. Cornelia Holm, very difficult to put away.
Dakota Ditcheva with the 3rd round finish.
What a finish, beautiful work. Hard shot to the body, she's still hurt. Still can't breathe. Oh, it's such an uncomfortable feeling. What a solid shot that must have been. I think we have a broken rib here.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑𝗏 calls a halt to the action at 2 minutes and 55 seconds of round number 3, declaring your winner via TKO and clinching her spot in the PFL Europe Championship, Dakota Ditcheva!
All right, Dakota Ditcheva, still undefeated as a professional, make it 7 pro knockouts now. This one was a liver shot, straight left hand to the body. Was that part of training camp, or is that a read you made in this fight?
It's a shot I always work, but not something that was specific to this fight. I dropped my brother with it all the time, so yeah, I'm not surprised she went down, to be honest.
A little adversity in the first round. She pressed you against the cage. She was able to keep you there, maybe try to wear you out a little bit. What were you thinking heading into round number 2?
She was just like, just trying to hold, like she wasn't doing anything. She was just trying to stall the whole 5 minutes, which is boring. You want to see us fight, right?
Now you're headed to Dublin for a European Championship, $100,000 on the line against Valentina Scatizzi, who gets the walkover victory. How do you view that matchup?
Get her in now, I'll do it now. Let's get it over and done with. Give me the 100K.
Well, get her in right now. Here she is.
Get her
All right, Valentina, Scatizzi, now you know who your opponent's going to be. What do you think about a matchup with Dakota Ditcheva?
Yeah, for the first, congratulations for your match. And then I can wait to show you who is the real warrior.
Let's get a face-off between these two ladies.
Here with Dakota. Dakota, you're here in the 3 Arena. It's the final. Is this what you were expecting if you look at yourself this time last year?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've been waiting all year for this. It's finally here. You know, it's been the longest year I've probably had, but I've enjoyed it and I'm excited to get in there and do it for the last time now.
And how has Fight Week been in Dublin? Have you enjoyed it? How are you dealing with the pressure?
Yeah, I'm just, pressure's a privilege for me. I'm absolutely honoured to be in this position. The opportunities PFL Europe have brought me this year have been second to none. So, I've just got to take it as it's coming, and just enjoy the process.
Okay, best of luck tonight to Dakota.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a 6-figure fight. 5 rounds of action for the PFL Europe Women's Flyweight Championship. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. She is an MMA specialist and stands 5 feet 3 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 124.5 pounds and holds an MMA record of 2 wins and 1 loss. Representing Italy and fighting out of Dublin, Ireland, Valentina Scatizzi. And her opponent fighting out of the red corner. She is a Muay Thai specialist and stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 124.5 pounds and holds a perfect undefeated record of 9 victories and no defeats. 8 wins coming by way of stoppage. Fighting out of Manchester, England, dangerous Dakota Ditcheva. Referee in charge, Dan Mulvaney.
Judge. Dakota in the red, Valentina in the gray. Sean O'Connell, Brendan Loughnane, and Dan Hardy on the broadcast desk for this one. Scatizzi in the southpaw stance, coming out aggressive.
Nice.
And running right into some strikes from Dakota Ditcheva.
I think this is the only way that Scatizzi can win this, make it there. Oh, lovely front kicks. Go on, beautiful.
This is good pressure, though, from Scatizzi.
Very
She's
nice.
got to get around these legs. Oh, knees.
This clinched knee is we saw Dakota Ditcheva finish a fight last year with that nasty to the body.
Nasty knee.
She's absolutely devastating in these tight positions.
Good head position here from Dakota. Nice knee to the head as well.
Nice tricky knee there from Dakota. Another one's coming, it looks like. Beautiful. There we go.
Now Scatizzi in on the entrance here, trying to get this, got the hands locked. See if she can get Dakota's hips off the cage. Put her on her back.
I mean, it's a good game plan from Scatizzi. It's the way she's got to win. It's not always pretty.
the smart thing to do, though, right? Slow this fight down to 25 minutes. You've got to buy some time and get your lungs back under you.
I mean, the last thing she can do is stand at range with Dakota. We know that.
There's that strength you talked about, Brendan.
Exactly.
Good work by Dakota maintaining balance. And look at that. Scatizzi ripping to the body. Already some swelling under the left eye of the Italian.
Dakota's got to keep the center of the octagon here.
Can't question the gameness of Scatizzi.
Oh, beautiful.
Look at this tied plum. Every time Scatizzi gets close, Dakota Ditcheva.
I mean, there's that tenacity again. Straight in, closes the distance. Nice turn from Dakota. She's very effective with the knees here on the fence.
Really good, actually, just curves them into the midsection like that.
Real Muay Thai, beautiful.
Real Muay Thai, yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
And that'll drain the gas tank as well.
And you can see, I mean, the pain on the face of Valentina Scatizzi as she tries to shrink that space, shrink that target that Dakota Ditcheva has available to her.
Dakota very smart here, using aggression, putting her on the fence, slipping that right knee up the side. It's a beautiful technique from Dakota.
And all coming from that head position as well, forcing her opponent to turn into the knee with her head.
Good little off balance there. Dakota tried to drag Valentina Scatizzi. Oh, nice right hand. Drives it straight through.
Clean. That beautiful from Dakota, beautiful pump. This could be it, guys. But there's that toughness again.
It's going to take a lot to get Valentina Scatizzi out of this opportunity. She knows what's at stake. $100,000 and a place in the PFL's global future for whoever wins this fight.
Dakota with fantastic head position here. I really like the way she uses the pressure.
And the use of the tie clinch as well. You very, very rarely see it in MMA. I mean, only likes of Anderson Silva really mastered that position, but Dakota uses it so well.
More pain on the face of Scatizzi, whose body has taken a ton of damage, and now Dakota goes upstairs.
I mean, we're sat close here. Them knees are devastating.
Look at the left eye of Valentina Scatizzi, already severely swollen, not even through round one.
Good effort there. Valentina needs to square up and close this distance where these knees are coming through. Got to try and hustle off the fence, get in on the legs. There we go. That's a better move from her. If she switches to a single, she might have a better time of trying to finish this, but Dakota's going to have great takedown defense because, of course, this is what she expects from everybody she fights.
I mean, Dakota also needs to be careful here to not go too hard too early because, you know, this girl's really tough. It's a 5-round fight. You have to be careful here. But great work from Scatizzi here.
1 minute left. Scatizzi wrestling right in front of her own corner. John Kavanagh, SBG coach, there guiding her along.
Comes from a great team, they both do.
Dakota's done a considerable amount of damage in one round. That's going to be lingering for the next 20 minutes if it goes that distance.
I love the way she uses the palm there because obviously no elbows in the PFL. You have to adjust with things like this.
And we know how effective a palm strike can be. Bas Rutten, palm strike to the liver.
I mean, you look at the work by Valentina Scatizzi, a lot of effort expended to try and get Dakota down. And look, that eye, guys, we might not see round number 2 with that eye looking like it does.
I think the doctor's going to step in and stop this. I don't think she's going to be able to see out of that eye.
Another right hand there from Dakota Ditcheva, banking an unbelievable first round.
Yeah, that eye's really damaged, guys.
Valentina Scatizzi's left eye is sealed completely shut.
This could be it.
Don't be
Good call. Good call. Good call. For the sake of fighter safety, that is the right thing to do, absolutely. Valentina Scatizzi is disappointed, but Dakota Ditcheva.
And she's a deserving winner this year. She really is. She's looked amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mavahedi calls a halt to the action at 5 minutes of round number 1. Declaring your winner via TKO on medical advice due to the fighter being unable to continue. Declaring your winner and 2023 Women's Flyweight Champion, Dakota Ditcheva!
Flyweight champion in PFL Europe. Let's talk about that first round damage. The clinch was beautiful, the knees to the midsection and the face. You swelled her eyes shut. Did you know it was over when you headed back to your corner?
Yeah, I could see she couldn't see out of it like the last 30 seconds, so I'm surprised they didn't stop it straight away, because that's why I was pointing at. There was no way the doctor was letting her out with that eye.
How do you feel about the performance? Dan Hardy and Brendan Loughnane were both saying you have the best knees in all of mixed martial arts right now. Regardless of division, man or woman, they say you've got the best knees. Do you agree?
Joe, it's funny because in Thai boxing, I never thought my clinch was any good. And then it came over to MMA, and now I seem to be using it all the time, so I'll take that one.
Well, you have the European flyweight strap. PFL has acquired Bellator, global MMA powerhouse, endless possibilities. What's next for Dakota Ditcheva?
Anything. Give me whoever you want, get me to fight wherever you want. I'll stay in Europe, I'll go to America, I'll clean them all out. Just give them to me one by one.
Well, I saw you come running over after the win. You said, give me the money. That's Pete Murray's job. So here's the big check, Dakota Ditcheva, your first ever women's flyweight European champion, $100,000, a belt, and an unlimited potential from Dakota Ditcheva. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, dangerous.
I had to try and soak every moment up and really, embrace the fact that I'd just won the European title, because sometimes it's hard for me to celebrate my wins because I just want more and more all the time. Obviously, in the back of my mind, this global season was the next thing for me, and even though I did try and celebrate my win a little bit, my mind was just straight on to the next one. So even though it was an amazing time and I was super happy to have achieved what I did, I'm ready for this year already, and I'm ready to go now.
There is the Ditcheva family. Her mom, a former world champion in kickboxing. Dad and brother there. Her other brother, Cody, in the corner right there behind her alongside Conan Silveira. She has made the full-time switch to American Top Team. Tail the tape for this one brought to you by Bud Light. Dakota Ditcheva 25, Lisa Mauldin is 33. Ditcheva 1 inch taller. Mauldin weighed in 1 pound heavier. The reach advantage on arms and legs belongs to the Brit, Dakota Ditcheva.
Keys to victory for these two athletes. For Lisa Mauldin, get this fight to the mat as soon as she can get it there. Keep her head off center line and avoid those long levers and long striking. For Ditcheva, control the center of that cage. Land those heavy knees when she gets to that clinch position especially.
Andy Shepard is the voice of our Smart Cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following fight takes place in the regular season of the PFL Women's Flyweight Division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. She is a kickboxing specialist and stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. She went in officially at 125 3/4 pounds, and in a 9-fight career has earned a record of 6 wins and 3 losses. Fighting out of Orange, California, Lisa Mauldin. And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. She's a Muay Thai specialist and stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. She went in officially at 125 1/4 pounds, and she holds a perfect, undefeated record of 10 victories and no defeats. She is the 2023 PFL Europe Women's Flyweight Champion, fighting out of Manchester, England, dangerous Dakota Ditcheva! Your referee in charge, Jacob Montalov.
Referee equipped with those goggles. That's Ref Cam to take us inside the smart cage for the action. Lisa Mauldin in the blue, Dakota Ditcheva in the black. I don't want to let that number be lost. The graphics show Dakota Ditcheva a minus 4,500 favorite as this fight begins. Leg kick to open the action from Ditcheva. Push kick from Lisa Mauldin. Overhead left, and then a front kick misses for Ditcheva. You can see the speed of Dakota Ditcheva on display. Nasty combination.
But she threw a punch with her leg stuck up there. Wow.
You saw the smile on Dakota Ditcheva's face as she heard a couple of boo birds when she walked out. As she is fighting an American, she's an absolute rock star over on the European scene. That walkout song, everybody gets to dance in, and here she takes the back of Lisa Mauldin. Good work to get back to the feet.
Mauldin's a little wiry herself, though.
Yeah.
She's the one initiating the grappling on the mat, and she
both long for this weight class, both wiry. Nice scramble by Ditcheva to get back to her feet.
As we took a look at this matchup, I thought one of the interesting things here was, I mean, Dakota Ditcheva is a superior athlete to everyone that she has fought so far in her career. I don't think it's as obvious that she is a superior athlete to Lisa Mauldin.
I agree with that. They both were doing a great job of defending in the beginning. She almost had to slip Ditcheva's kick to the face.
Yeah.
She had to slip it like a jab earlier.
Good pressure here against the smart cage barrier from Dakota Ditcheva. You can see the heavy favorite in the top corner of your screen.
I like what Mauldin's doing with her legs. She's keeping that space.
Bracing, frames.
Oh, there we go. She's smart.
Steps across with the throw. Temporarily on top, Dakota Ditcheva scrambles right back to her feet.
Nice scramble again by Ditcheva.
I like the urgency from both ladies. In previous fights, we saw people getting a little bit relaxed. The urgency to escape immediately.
You can see a nasty swelling on the lead calf of Lisa Mauldin. I think there was only one kick that landed there.
Two calf kicks. That's two calf kicks. Wow.
Ugly welt there for Lisa Mauldin. She's ignoring it for now. Right hand there from Dakota. And a knee against the fence. Good push kick there from Dakota Ditcheva. Back to work on the lead leg.
Rips to the body by Ditcheva. Right back. Oh, big knee.
Nasty
big
knee.
knee. She's in trouble.
That's the end.
She's in big trouble.
Potentially, she's hammering it away. Referee was looking closely. Lisa Mauldin looked for a moment like she was going to be finished, but no quit in this woman. Another knee to the midsection. Left hand coming down from the top. Mauldin kicking away.
Stop. Fight.
Ditcheva asked her to stand back up. Mauldin obliges. More body shots. This one gets in. First round finish for Dakota Ditcheva. And it was the body work that really did it.
The body work, the variety, the high, the low, and her range and distance. She can definitely, you look right here, look at her fighter IQ. She is just really armbar immediately she's defending. She's immediately turning. I love the urgency in this fight. Every time some offensive grappling was going forward, she was immediately defending it. Right here, she's utilizing her position. She feints back, get her distance, boom, hard right hand, and she's immediately with knees to the body, and she's looking at her target, waiting on the next ability to offensively attack. Digs to the body. That's where the beginning and end started right there. Referee saw enough.
Dakota Ditcheva will make this one official and speak with the winner when we return on ESPN2.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jacob Montel calls a halt to the action at 3 minutes and 54 seconds of round number 1. Declaring your winner via TKO. Dangerous, Dakota Ditcheva!
You, Dakota Ditcheva, dangerous, they call you. And once again, you live up to the name, but the body snatching. We've seen it over in Europe, and again, it was the body work. Did you get the read early, or was that always the game plan?
No, to be honest, I just threw it in the moment. I just saw it and threw it, so it paid off, and that's kind of just what happens when I fight. It's just natural.
Well, an impressive performance, and now you won the European Championship. You're still undefeated, and an impressive regular season debut. What kind of statement do you think you made for the rest of this flyweight division?
A big one, of course, but so have the other girls. I mean, looking at the top 4 in the table now, you know it's not going to be easy, so I'm ready for the next round, and it's not over yet, so I can't celebrate too fast, of course. We've got a tough bunch of girls there to get through, so on to the next one.
Who do you want to see in the second half of the regular season?
I don't really care. I'm going to win it anyway, so give me anyone.
I got to ask you this. Everyone's cheering for you now, but, you know, the patriotism, you were hearing a little USA chant, you were hearing some boo birds when you walk out. That is polar opposite to what you experienced over in Europe. How did it feel?
And in the cage then, you were all saying USA. You don't just stick with the winners, you know. We want your support all the time, not just the when we're winning.
Well, San Antonio loves you now. Dakota Ditcheva, congratulations. Still undefeated, dangerous, Dakota Ditcheva.
I definitely think I've been tested quite a few times. You know, people like to say I haven't. I think just the difference is I tend to stop a lot of opponents, whereas other fighters kind of go the full rounds with these girls. With what people say, I don't tend to try and argue back with them. I just keep fighting the way I always do and shut them up that way.
Here's your tail of the tape presented by Celsius. Dakota Ditcheva, 25 years of age, as is Chelsea Hackett. Ditcheva, the much taller fighter here at 5'8", and you can see that translates to a reach advantage on both arms and legs.
So keys to victory here for Dakota. Stalk and pressure, as she always does. Strike into the body always opens up the head for her, and if she finds herself in the clinch, those knees are going to serve her well. For Chelsea Hackett, punching into the clinch, use that power to her advantage. Takedowns against the fence where she can utilize the fence as control and then find the back, sink in a rear naked choke.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following regular season contest takes place in the women's flyweight division and is our co-main event of the evening. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, she's a former Muay Thai world champion and stands 5 feet 4 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 125 3/4 pounds and holds a professional MMA record of 4 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. Fighting out of Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia, Chelsea Hammer Hackett! And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, she is also a former Muay Thai world champion and stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 125 1/2 pounds and holds a perfect, undefeated record of 11 wins and no defeats. 9 wins coming by way of knockout. She is the 2023 PFL Europe Women's Flyweight Champion and fights out of Manchester, England. Dangerous Dakota Ditcheva! The referee in charge, Blake Rice.
Chelsea, you ready? Dakota, you ready? Fight!
Ditcheva in the black kit, Chelsea Hackett with that push kick in the white.
Straight away with the low kicks.
Southpaw stance for Ditcheva. Now she switches, attacks the low leg. Oh! Straight right hand!
Hackett trying to recover, trying to pull this into a grappling range. Now she's going to be open to knees.
And this is where Dakota Ditcheva has been so nasty in the past. These clinch positions, but good double underhooks here from Chelsea Hackett.
Nice blockage by Ditcheva with the double overhooks and blocking inside the thighs, taking away the leverage of Hackett.
Hackett trying to pull herself towards these underhooks. Dakota doing a good job of maintaining some space, building a frame with her forearm. Hackett with the double underhooks. Now she's turned against the fence. Looks for the outside reap. We can see the bruising on the leg of Hackett already.
Hand control by Ditcheva. Hackett with a hook in. She's got the far wrist trapped.
Dakota's going to circle off the fence here, I think.
Trying to control that wrist to circle out that way and get out of the lock.
Interesting double bind here from Hackett. She's able to stay behind Dakota. Dakota's trying to dig that left elbow in, trying to turn herself to face Hackett, who's still challenging the lower body of Dakota.
Good hand control by Dakota. Hackett can get that far wrist right. She can drag her to the mat. But the hand control of Ditcheva is making that very difficult.
Just excellent work here by Chelsea Hackett to keep Dakota Ditcheva defensive in this position. So many opponents have just find themselves washed under by the aggression and offense of Dakota Ditcheva, but right now, Ditcheva is just trying to get herself off the smart cage barrier.
Yeah, Hackett looking strong here, but that frame's causing some issues.
Another driving knee to the body and then upstairs, and there's the right hand behind it from Dakota Ditcheva. Now back to distance. Push kick to
nice
the face.
Teeth to the face. Wow.
Switch of the stance for Dakota.
Through the straight left.
Wow.
Straight left.
That had some heat on it.
Inside of 2 minutes now in round number 1. Co-main event, Dakota Ditcheva and Chelsea Hackett. Ditcheva makes the playoffs with a win of any kind.
Those knees are brutal.
Oh, nasty
Those knees
combination.
really hurt.
And the body work, and that'll do it! Dakota Ditcheva with a quick 6! And clinches the #1 seed.
Look at this. So here we go, straight away, straight right down the pipe. Knocked Chelsea Hackett onto the canvas. She scrambled, she did well, but here come the knees. That one kind of hits into the shoulder. But then here we come. The punching combination, Hackett's gonna swing back. Isn't able to land. There's the front kick to the face and a knee to the midsection as Dakota turns her. Beautiful footwork circling off to the outside, and then here's the finishing flurry. Bam, body shot right to the solar plexus. Yep. Oh, that will steal your soul.
And a little admonishment from Dakota Ditcheva, just the wag of the finger. Don't doubt dangerous Dakota.
Oh, that shot to the midsection. Wow. Oh, that was a dandy.
Randy, I have some matchups for you. Now that we've figured out the playoff scenario. Dakota.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Blake Rice calls a halt to the action at 3 minutes and 22 seconds of round number 1. Declaring your winner via TKO and clinching their place in the playoffs, Dakota Ditcheva!
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, Dakota Ditcheva, for our Celsius post-fight interview. And you just got a quick look at the brackets there, so you know who your next opponent is. You're top of the leaderboard, #1 seed, so you get #4, Jena Bishop. Give me your thoughts just on generally the division right now and where you stand in it.
Do you know what? I watched a little bit while I was warming up, and I was actually most impressed with Jena tonight. I thought she gave the better performance out of all the girls, so it's going to be a good match for sure.
And what about your performance? I mean, you were expecting a first-round finish. You wanted the finish. Was there any additional pressure because it was kind of expected of you at this stage?
Yeah, it's pressure every time. Everyone expects it, but I also do. I think when I don't get the stoppage, I'll probably be gutted myself. But yeah, I mean, I suppose everything. I've got loads of pressures, so I deal with them well.
So how is this format suiting you? Obviously, PFL Europe last year, you got 3 fights. You won the European title. This time it's 4 fights. You're into the playoffs. You've got 2 more to get the world title, the $1 million check. How are you liking this format?
I like the format. I'm just not used to so many girls speaking about me at one time. I feel like every girl in the tournament is talking about me, calling me out. And yeah, but the format itself, I like it. I like to be in the gym all the time. I'm improving. I just absolutely live for this sport. So yeah, for me, I'm ready to go again now.
Well, give me your thoughts on the other side of the bracket. What are your thoughts on 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, Taila Santos? A lot of people are going to be paying attention to that, 2 high-level fighters. First of all, give me your thoughts on that, and then, of course, your matchup with Jena Bishop.
Do you know, I think it would be a really good match. It'd be one that I would watch even if I wasn't on a show or anything. So I'm excited to see them 2 go at it. 2, high-level girls. Liz obviously been around, got the Bellator belt, and Talia could just come over to the PFL now. So it's going to be an amazing matchup, and I'm sure mine with Jena will be after her performance tonight as well, because I thought she might have just stolen that a little bit.
Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for dangerous Dakota Ditcheva.
This is definitely one of the biggest, or the biggest fight of my career for sure. I'm in a tournament for $1 million. I'm obviously going for that world title belt, but also for the level of competition, I'm kind of each fight proving, that I can step up to the levels that I'm getting. And I think that's why it's probably the most important, because I'm showing my progression in the sport and, proving to people that I belong at the top.
Tail the tape for this co-main event brought to you by Celsius Live Fit. Dakota Ditcheva, 26 years of age. Jena Bishop is 12 years older. Ditcheva, 4 inches taller. That 4-inch advantage on the height translates to the arm reach as well. Ditcheva with 2 inches in her favor on the legs.
keys to victory for Dakota. Hold the center. It's going to be easier to defend the takedowns if her back is not against the fence. Defending takedowns is, of course, a key, and attacking the body is what's got her to this playoff situation in the first place. For Jena Bishop, punch her way into range. If she can clinch, that will open up the wrestling, and then if this fight gets to the floor, she's got chokes and arm bars and a whole variety of submissions in her arsenal.
Tonight in the co-main event, we'll go back to the women's flyweight division for their second semi-final as we get set now for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing the blue corner at 5'4", weighing in 125 and 1/4 pounds. As a professional, she's nearly perfect, 7 wins, just 1 loss, fighting out of San Diego, California, Jena Bishop. And across the cage, her adversary, fighting out of the red corner at 5'8", weighing in the same 125 and 1/4 pounds, the 2023 PFL Europe Flyweight Champion tonight stands undefeated as a professional, holding 12 victories, no defeats. She fights out of Manchester, England. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Dangerous Dakota Ditcheva. And your referee in charge, Blake Grice.
Taila Santos watching on with great interest. She will face the winner of this fight for a $1 million women's flyweight championship. Ditcheva in the black, Jena Bishop in the blue.
Straight away, Dakota takes control of the center. She's going to be able to push her opponent around here with the threat of the striking, but if Jena Bishop starts to wade forward, Dakota needs to prioritize takedown defense.
Feints so far from Ditcheva. Bishop in that southpaw stance.
She keeps tipping that hip and threatening to throw that kick, keep Jena off balance and keep her from wading in.
Yeah, and these guys are open stance as well, so if Dakota decides to throw that rear leg, the body is wide open. Unfortunately, the benefit is for Jena Bishop because she can hit the liver from her side, but still the body shot is open.
Dakota likes the straight right hand to the body as well, and there's a push kick. We mentioned the body so much with Dakota Ditcheva because that is her favorite target, and in recent fights has led to her victory.
Dakota dropping back there, looking for that counter left hand.
She dropped back, gave up a little ground, and then loaded that left hand, and Jena stopped. She saw it coming.
Yeah. Thing is, if Jena Bishop can rush into range and pull that attack, then she's got an opportunity to level change underneath. It's always going to be difficult for a closing range, though. She's got to be super careful.
Nice knee.
And here's the big takedown for Jena Bishop. This is where she wanted the fight.
Santos is laughing.
Taila Santos loved that flare takedown.
Beautiful double. Jena punched her way into that deep double leg, picked her up by the back of the thighs, and flared her to the mat. Beautiful execution.
Dakota Ditcheva does have 1 submission victory to her credit in PFL Europe. That was against an opponent at a very different level on the ground than Jena Bishop, who is a grappling ace. Long and successful career. 2017 IBJJF World No-Gi Championship.
And this is really what people wanted to see from Dakota. The questions weren't around whether she's a dangerous striker. It's what happens when she gets put on her back. And this is where the answers are going to be found here. Jena Bishop trying to pin that ankle down so she can look to pass. She's trying here, but the long limbs of Dakota are going to make it difficult for her. Now she's setting up a triangle, but I don't think she's going to get that on Jena Bishop.
Well, her leg was between the legs of Jena Bishop in a butterfly position. She wasn't able to lock up the triangle. But good work to get back to her feet.
Dakota framing out now, traded places with Jena. She's got to stay inside, re-pummel, not give that body lock up to Jena. Jena will circle that underhook and try to trade places with her again and put her back on the fence.
Randy, this answers one of the questions we had coming into the fight, though. What happens if Ditcheva tries to grab that tie plum and clinch where she's had so much success? Well, this is what happens. Jena Bishop gets to be where she wants to be and pressures and grapples, and at least one time gets Ditcheva to the mat.
Good hand control by Ditcheva.
90 seconds remain in round number one. Ian Parker, our betting expert. How'd you play this fight?
We had Dakota in the parlay, and also we threw a little sprinkle on by TKO or KO. I will tell you, the confidence that she's going to have now getting up is going to be unbelievable.
And there it is. Beautiful knee from the plum.
And Ditcheva beckons Jena Bishop back to her feet and goes immediately on the attack.
Bishop in trouble.
And that does it. First round finish, and Dakota Ditcheva silences the doubter. Wow, nasty work again from dangerous Dakota Ditcheva.
So here you see Ditcheva hunting. There's a big knee right up the middle into the knee, and then the second one right on the chin. That puts Bishop on her back. Dakota makes her stand up, wades her way in, a teep, and then a straight right hand that puts Bishop back on the ground. The referee's seen enough. But that knee right there on the button dropped her straight to her knees. Perfect shot, little hammer fist. Straight in the forehead. That puts her down again, and the referee steps in.
And I got to tell you, Randy, after the knee and that slight hammer fist, a lot of fighters there jump on top and into the guard of somebody like Jena Bishop.
Ladies and gentlemen, it comes to an end. 3 minutes, 54 seconds into round number one by TKO. She earns her place in the $1 million Women's Flyweight World Championship. Dangerous Dakota Ditcheva! I'm here with your winner, Dakota Ditcheva. I've given you this can for the Celsius post-fight interview, but yours is a lot nicer and shinier than mine. Look, undefeated, 13-0. It's the result a lot of people expected, I'm sure yourself included, but was there a moment where you landed on the floor there and you thought to yourself, now this is where I get to prove myself?
Did they expect it? Because I've took a lot of crap talking off the internet, off whole fight week, all the girls in the tournament. I think I proved enough just there. We don't do no split decisions around here.
So do you feel that the undefeated record and the hype train that he's tumbling on, in spite of everybody resisting it, do you think that's starting to irritate some people now?
It's irritating a lot of people. I mean, Jena, her whole team, the mean girls that she's got there at her club, whatever, been talking, tagging me in stories the whole tournament. She's just going to join the list of cans now, so take a seat.
Okay. Well, we've already got your next opponent. Just first of all, give me your thoughts on the fight between 𝗟𝗏𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗏 and Taila Santos and what you make of her as an opponent.
Another one that likes to talk, but a very tough girl that has proven herself, so I'm looking forward to it. This is a fight so many people have wanted to see, so I'll be there to put on a show, and it's not going to be another boring three-rounder, that's for sure. Not where I'm involved.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring in Taila Santos, and let's get a face-off. We're going to switch sides here, ladies. What a fantastic battle this is going to be. Two of the best female fighters on the planet right now. Fantastic strikers, veterans, future legends of the game here. That is a $1 million fight. The winner of this will be your PFL World Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise.